What's up, party people? It's Matt. Today I wanted to introduce you to something new in my life and talk about the future and what's going on and etc. etc. I am in the Angeles National Forest right now, and right behind me is Susan Jr. As some of you may know, I own a 1998 Honda CR-V. It is truly one of my most prized possessions. I love her to death. I named my 98 CR-V Susan, and so I have now named my new 2015 CR-V Susan Jr. They're almost the same color, this very nice blue color, and as soon as I saw Susan Jr., I just knew that I had to have it. Besides acquiring Susan Jr. recently, there is another reason why I have been car shopping for the last few months. I am starting van life, or urban car life, whatever you want to call it. This is something that I've truly wanted to do since I started working fully remote a few years ago. I have done van life in the past by just living in other cars that I had at the time, like a Mazda 2 and a Toyota RAV4, but it was always out of necessity rather than something that I really wanted to do. Either my living situation changed or something else happened to where I needed to live in my car because I didn't have anywhere else to go. But now I can finally do it right and finally do it on my own terms, and I am very excited about this next chapter in my life. I wanted to give a tour of my current setup in the car. I do have plans to build it out a little bit more on the inside, but nothing is really set in stone at the moment. I'm still figuring out how I want to do it and the best way to do it, but I do want to have before and after footage to compare with what I decide to ultimately do with the inside of the car. I am getting ready to do full-time solo travel, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to show you the inside now and what I have going on and what I think I'm going to do at this time. We'll see what happens. Let's go. All right, I'm switching over to handheld mode now, and this is the exterior of the car. You can really see the blue now as I'm facing the sun. I'm also charging one of my generators with my solar panels, but this is the exterior, and really the only things that I want to do is a full tint all around the car and get a cargo box for the top of the car as well to have some extra storage. Otherwise, I'm trying to keep it as stealthy as possible. I don't want it to look obvious that somebody is living inside the car, so nothing, too crazy, just some tent for privacy and a cargo box. All right, heading into this front cabin area. I don't have major plans for this section of the car. I likely will only keep my window coverings on the passenger floor and maybe my reusable grocery bags up here as well, but otherwise this area will stay as is. Sorry. This area will stay as is. I have my phone charger, my water bottle, but otherwise, again, just trying to be as stealthy as possible. All right, now in the back area of the car, or the back seats, whatever you want to call it, behind the driver's seat, I have my bed. And it's pretty small and not the most comfortable setup, so I do plan to build a real bed on a platform. I want to take out the 4th and 5th seats right here and be able to have the bed raised a little bit in order to have more storage. So in this half, I want to put gear like my generators, camera equipment, tripods, stuff like that. And then on this half of the bed, because it will extend into the trunk, is where I want to keep all of my clothes. I'd love to build some kind of pull-out drawer system so that I can easily access my clothes through the trunk, but we'll see what happens. I do have self-defense items right behind my head as well, such as a hunting knife. And then I also have a hickory stick as well. I keep some window coverings for these back windows right in there too. All right, so this is the area behind the passenger seat, and right now I'm storing all of my clothes here in my duffel bag and suitcase. And on the floor below, I have my power generators. I have a small container with some random items like tissues, lanterns, my headlamp, and a small fan. I keep my backpack right here as well. And then under the seat, I have a small camera bag, and then a small tray of just random camera equipment, lights, tripods, battery packs, stuff like that. I have my switch and a book and a little fan as well, a little handheld fan right here in this pocket. In terms of what this area of the car is going to become, I don't know. I would like to have some kind of dedicated table slash workspace, you know, if I want to work in the car or if I want to eat there or write there, draw, whatever. I do want to have some type of flat table surface in order to do that stuff at. So I'm not sure if that is what this area is going to become. So I'm a little indecisive of what's going to happen here. And then right now I just have some tapestries in order to cover the windows better. I don't have any like real window covers other than the ones that I showed you on that side, which are just like a net material, but it definitely looks a little suspicious. So I don't love that, but I do have some stuff that is coming in the mail in order to make it a lot more of a private experience. All right, this is the trunk now. Here I have my Yeti cooler. I am keeping stuff cold with ice. As you can see, I have some milk, yerbas, not too much going on in there right now. I don't plan to have a running fridge like one of the Dometic fridges or something like that. I don't feel like I need that, and I don't want to have to be worried about constantly plugging into a power source. So I will be keeping it with the Yeti, which does hold ice for, right now in the summertime, it's holding ice for about 2 days, which isn't too bad. A bag is like $3 to $5 depending on where I go, so it's not too bad. But I mean, I can agree it's definitely not the most efficient thing, but I'd rather not have to worry about powering a fridge. In this little cargo net, I just keep my Jackery power generator cords, so all of the charging cables and the solar charging cables and all of that. And then this is this camping kitchenette that I've had for a couple of years now, and I finally decided to put it to use because it's really been nice to be able to hold and organize all of my kitchen and cooking stuff. So I did bubble wrap the top here so that it doesn't hit the glass and crack it, because that would fucking suck. And then on the outside, it does have some pockets. I haven't found too many purposes for it. I do have some like trash bags and then random stuff like tape and a pair of scissors in the pocket. This is my trash bag. So I just clip it and strap it so it stays a little bit more put while I'm driving around. I have my laundry bag right beside it as well. I have this random piece of wood. I'm not sure. I thought maybe I could cook on it because I don't have a proper solid surface to actually cook on at the moment. And then when my solar panels are being stored, they go right into this little in-between section as well. As for the inside of this, I'm just keeping all of my kitchen related stuff. So I have like water and soap for doing dishes. I have paper towels, I have my fuel, I have my stove pot. Sorry, that was loud. I keep my tripod right here, but it's out right now. Then I have a container of just random items, so like my coffee maker, my mug, my stove, salt and pepper shakers, silverware. I have my bowl and my plate, and then my chef knife and my cutting board. And right below, there's another shelf, so I keep this soft cooler that I've had for a while, and I just keep dry goods in it for right now. I think it's nice to have that extra layer of protection, and it's nice because stuff doesn't melt as easily when it's in there, I've noticed. It does stay pretty well insulated, so that's really nice. I'll keep that. I have some more dry goods like cereal and some chips. And then I just have all my extra water bottle storage in here as well. And this just nicely zips up. It does move around a little bit while I'm driving, but it's not too bad. And for the most part, the net keeps everything from, falling out and slipping around everywhere. As for plans for this back area, I will have the bed mostly extended out almost to the edge, but I do have a guitar and a ukulele that I want to bring with me on the road, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put those just yet. So I might make the bed a little bit shorter and then be able to have those like standing up right here. And then on this second half, it will stay as a kitchen. I don't think I'll keep this in the car. It's nice temporarily, but it does block my vision. As you can see, it is quite tall. And I just don't love it. It's huge. It takes up a lot more space than necessary, and it kind of awkwardly doesn't perfectly fit as nicely as I would like. So it's a temporary solution, but I would like to build, some type of kitchen area here, and also be able to have some type of sliding out drawer that has wood on top of it so that I can cook on, because that's my biggest dilemma right now is I don't really have anywhere to cook on top of that's not directly inside the car. So if I had something that pulled out, and then I could cook in this area and not be actually inside the car. So yeah, that's my plans for that. That's my temporary setup in Susan Jr. for the time being. I'm spending my first month of van life. I'm just gonna call it that. I know it's a car, but whatever. I'm spending my first month of van life in Southern California, where I'm from, so that way I can spend some time building out the car. I also wanted to say as well, I know I have friends and family who are very concerned for me right now, and they're scared for me to do this and do van life and be on the road full time. I want people to know that I'm doing this because I want to do it, and I'm so excited for this next chapter, this next journey in my life. I'm excited to explore and see new things all the time, and I feel very grateful that I'm able to do it, that I have a fully remote job, that I can do something like this. I feel beyond grateful, and I'm just tired of sitting at home in between four walls every single day. I want to get out there, I want to explore, and I'm truly doing this because I truly want to. So please do not worry about me. I've done this before. I know a lot has changed since I last did it, which was 2019, but I will be as safe as I can be, and I'm stoked. I'm just beyond stoked to be able to do this. So thanks for watching. Definitely stay tuned for more videos regarding my van life and just regarding life on the road and traveling full time and everything. So a lot of that is to come, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm excited to take you on this journey with me. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.